watching our show. Thanks for remaining conscious or semi-conscious, whichever it is. Hey, you know what? We got some good news for a change today. President Biden announced that by April 19th, every adult in the country will be eligible to get the vaccine. You get a shot, and you get a shot, and you get a shot, and you get a shot. Oh, thanks, President Chopra. I have to say, this is going to be a solid plan. You get vaxxed on 4/19, then you smoke it up on 4/20. It's really going to be, the timing is beautiful. This vaccine, I've been thinking about, it's kind of like losing your virginity. Like, you're a kid when your friends does it, tells you all about it, it's exciting, then another one does it, and tells you what it's like, and then the months go by, and all of a sudden you realize you're the only person you know that hasn't been poked. And you start imagining it all the time, wondering when, maybe even get so desperate you're willing to pay for it. I guess what I'm trying to say is this isn't my first rodeo. I've been here before. But every day it seems like we learn something new that makes some of our behavior over the past year seem ridiculous. The CDC is now saying that the risk of getting the virus from a surface that is contaminated with COVID is less than 1 in 10,000. So in other words, the guy at your office with the big jug of germicide spray, he's fired. You'll never see him again. And all those Clorox disinfectant wipes that we hoarded, the CDC says they're no better than regular soap. So we should have known. Look at Lysol. The word lie is right there in the name. But I guess this means we can go back to licking our shopping carts again. I don't know. Here in California, our governor, Gavin Newsom, says we now have the lowest positivity rate in the country after having the highest positivity rate. And the plan is to have the state totally reopened by June 15th. That's the good news for Governor Newsom. The bad news is he may have a high-profile challenger in the recall election, none other than Caitlyn Jenner. The Olympic gold medalist is said to be actively exploring a run for governor. Well, you know what? If anyone represents change you can believe in, it's Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, but running as a Republican, which I guess is the plan, what's her platform going to be? Banning herself from women's restrooms? Jenner is working as, I guess, with a consultant named Carolyn Wren, who's a longtime Republican fundraiser who helped organize the rally Trump held right before the attack on the Capitol January 6th. So she's in good hands. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Caitlyn and Arnold will team up to form Governor Schwarzenegger. That would really be something. But, this is historic. We may finally have a female governor of California, and it's Caitlyn Jenner. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. The Department of Health and Human Services has come up with a creative way to get people excited about COVID safety. They're hosting a competition called the Mask Innovation Challenge. Now, this is a contest. Anyone can enter. You can enter your mask idea or design, and the winners get to split a cash prize of $400,000. They basically turned the government into an episode of Project Runway, but $400,000 is a lot of dollars, and so we got to work today trying to win it, and here it is. The winning mask idea, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present the mask shirt. Very Bazooka Joe. And you don't ever have to put the mask on because you're already wearing the mask at all times. How does it feel, Guillermo?
Oh, great.
Do you feel safe from COVID?
Yes, very safe.
All right, you heard it. Make the check out to James C. Kimmel. I have to say, I love this contest. The best ideas always come about a year too late. Oh, you could wear that upside down and it could be underpants too, right?
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
All right, you can take that down now. Hey, Colorado's got a fun contest going on. The state of Colorado is auctioning off marijuana-themed license plates. These are personalized plates. The proceeds will go to charity, and the plates have pot-related words on them, like hemp and ganja are two of the offerings. This is the auction that finally answers the question, how baked do you have to be to bid $8,000 on a license plate that says bong on it? They really will go to the highest bidder. There are only 14 plates available. It's a limited edition. Most of the words make sense, but like indica and sativa. But then there's this one. One of the words is happy, which really? Happy is a word for drugs now? And if that's the case, who's going to tell this guy? Because I've always suspected he was on something. We have a new national championship in college basketball for the first time in 2 years. Baylor bested the fictitious university known as Gonzaga to win their first ever men's basketball title last night. They opened a Spokane whoop-ass on them. You know, I have to say, I make fun of Gonzaga, but they deserve a lot of credit for making it to the finals, especially when all their players look like extras from Boogie Nights. Gonzaga was undefeated going in, but when they got to the end, they lost because they had to lose. I mean, you understand they couldn't win, right? It would blow their cover. Where is a school that doesn't exist supposed to put a trophy? They don't even have shelves. So the big cover-up continues for another year. Gonzaganon is what they call it. This was a big day of sports for Texas yesterday. Besides Baylor, the Rangers had a home opener against the Blue Jays in front of a sold-out crowd. More than 38,000 potential infectees crammed into the stadium. Look at that. They just couldn't wait to pee in a trough again. It was the first sporting event in North America without crowd size restrictions. Many of the fans were defiantly maskless. I like that adult men will go to a baseball stadium and wear a glove the whole game for the 1 in 98,000 chance they might catch a foul ball. But mask, no way, out of the question. And by the way, they actually did a very clever thing. You know how they kept the virus away? They did the wave, and it just fanned it all the way to Arkansas. Our former president popped up on Newsmax today, where he encouraged his MAGA heads to boycott baseball and warned against wokeness. And also, this is the move. Now that things are going well, they can't possibly credit Joe Biden for turning the country around. So Trump and company like to say someone else must be running the country.
I think other people are making most of the decisions, but I may be wrong about that. I don't know. You know,
right.
Look, I don't really know him very well, but
Right.
to be honest with you, somebody's making decisions. Let's put it this way: Bernie Sanders, if he ever won, he would never have gone anywhere near this. He cannot believe what's going on. This is Bernie Sanders on steroids. Our country's becoming a socialist nation. This is Bernie Sanders on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Sanders on steroids. I wonder what that would look like. Would that... Oh, hey, not bad at all. He's feeling the burn in the gym now. You know, last night I turned on PBS. I know, I didn't know you could still do that either, but I did. I turned it on. And the minute I turned it on, the doorbell rang and a tote bag showed up. It was unbelievable. So I was watching because I was watching the new Ken Burns documentary about Ernest Hemingway. Have you been watching this, Guillermo?
No, not at all.
You've not, really? Not interested?
No, not interested at all.
I just noticed it says mask shirt on it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Because we wouldn't have known from the thing, you know?
No.
All right, anyway, joining us now from his top-secret hideout in Walpole, New Hampshire, please welcome the man himself, the multi-Emmy Award-winning filmmaker, Ken Burns. Hello, Ken.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to seeing this documentary. Ernest Hemingway is one of those guys that you think you know like almost everything about him. And then to see something like this where you learn a lot about him is really so amazing and surprising, too.
He's the most important American writer in the 20th century by far, but he's got this outsized mythology of the big game hunter, the deep sea fisherman, the naturalist, the brawler, the drinker, the man about town. And it's really a mask that betrays a lot of vulnerability and sensitivity, and that's why his writing's so good. But we had to spend 6 years trying to get through that mask.
I was surprised to learn he was shy around women.
Yeah, in the very beginning. And I think in some ways, the way he sabotaged his own 4 marriages and other stuff, I think he was pretty anxious about it still. He was into a kind of gender fluidity. He wanted his wives to cut their hair short and look like boys. He would grow his hair long, and then...
And then what?
and then they would fool around.
And then assume the position.
Assume the position, exactly. No, it's very interesting. We learn more than I ever imagined. And of course, the writing is just so good and enduring, and will be around 1,000 years from now.
And you've got so many great actors participating and playing various roles, doing voiceover. Are you working on a documentary about COVID yet? Because somebody has to get on that, right?
Well, you know, we like to have perspective. Philip Graham, who ran the Washington Post, said journalism is the first rough draft of history, but you don't turn in a rough draft. So we used to say 20, 25 years distance, but the way things are so fast, we need at least 5 or 6 or 7 years before we can look back and sort of try to come to terms with not just COVID, but the racial reckoning, the Me Too movement, insurrection, all of that. This is as great a crisis as we've ever faced as a country, along with the Civil War, the Depression, and World War II.
Well, when you do that, and if you do want to use any footage of the mask shirt, or even maybe just include the mask shirt in it, we would be very, very happy to give you that gratis, free of charge. There will be no licensing fee at all for that, Ken.
Thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
Ken, I know in addition to Hemingway, you have another project that you're working on right now, something that's very personal to you, and you brought us... Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, it is personal to me, and it's grown out of many things. And,
yes.
Well, it just, it means a lot to me, and thank you for thinking about that.
Well, thank you for bringing us this exclusive preview of Ken Burns' next documentary. Take a look.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "There are 3 things you can count on in this lifetime: death, taxes, and Ken Burns' bowl cut." And for 66 years, those words rang true. Wars were won and lost. Societies rose and fell. But Ken Burns' Perky Bob served as a symbol of American resilience. Until 2020, when the world changed. PBS and Pantene Pro V present Here I Am. During the Civil War, Phineas Cuthbert Burns was shooting his musket when it backfired, perfectly singeing his hairline into its now iconic shape. Phineas saw it as a sign of good luck, and 4 generations of Burns have carried his legacy on their heads, until one blustery New Hampshire afternoon in the spring of 2020.
I was watching a Billy Ray Cyrus TikTok, and it looked like he was having so much fun with that windswept hair. And I thought, I'd like to have fun with my hair too.
On July 17th of that year, Ken received a letter from his barber.
Dearest Kenneth, my heart is made heavy by your absence these past 6 months. But I keep a lock of your hair as remembrance in the hope that one day you will return to me so I can place the Burns family bowl back on your head and cut around it with my scissors, just as my father and grandfather did before me. Locks of love, Lou.
Coming up, Ken Burns faces the Frizzies when Here I Am returns.
Well, thank you, Ken. That's Ken Burns. I think that one looks like another winner. Ken Burns' Hemingway airs on PBS. You can get it on the app. You can watch it on TV through April 7th, and all 3 episodes are streaming now at pbs.org. Thank you, Ken Burns. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and I am not allowed to eat this cookie until you click the subscribe button, so please click now. I'm hungry.